In this video, we're going to set up our GBP tracking. It's super important that we track our progress as we move through our strategy adjustments that we apply to our Google Business Profile. So I recommend that you look at these at least once a month, if not once every 10 days or so. There's a lot of different ways that you can set up this tracking. You're not required to use LeadSnap. We recommend LeadSnap. It's worked great. It's exactly what we built this software for, is tracking this right here. So before we can track our progress, we have to decide what we're going to track it for, right? So we need to come up with a list of keywords, and there are several different tools out there that can provide this for us. So I've listed a few. Keywords Everywhere. It's cheap and easy. We have no affiliation with any of these companies, by the way. It's cheap, it's easy, and you can pay by credit. So let's just show Keywords Everywhere real quick. You can see that $10 will get you 100,000 credits. There is a Chrome extension that you can install, and it just goes up in your browser there. And once you install it and you do a search, you'll see that you'll get results like this. So you see I did a search for roofing companies Las Vegas, and it's giving me some different options. If I wanted to use some of my credits, then I could click right here and it would use 8 of those credits. As we saw, it's super cheap. $10, I can get 100,000 credits. So that's one option. A couple other options that are more expensive but will give you a little bit better, more comprehensive information is SEMrush, or SEMrush as some people call it, and Ahrefs. So either one of these, there's dozens of other ones you can choose from. It doesn't really matter. What you really need to do, though, is you need to come up with some terms that you want to try to rank for. So if we go back over here, you can see that this is for the term roofing companies. And I went through and I come up with some terms here. So we have roofing contractors Las Vegas, because the company that we are evaluating is going to be this First Quality Roofing and Insulation. They are based out of Las Vegas. So we are going to choose a couple local terms. Another one that's going to have a lot of high buyer intent is roofing contractors near me. Notice that all of these terms are going to have that high buyer intent. We want somebody that is ready to buy. So we're going to target those terms. Ranking well for one keyword is fun, but what really matters is if you rank for a collection of keywords. So you can kind of see these are the results that we got when we went through and we ran these keywords here. Okay, so let's just talk about how we can set this up. Now you can run one of these reports on any company. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to click on Create New Heat Map. And I am going to just search for this company. So I'm going to search Google, and the name of the company was First Quality Roofing and Insulation. So I'll search for First Quality Roofing and Insulation. You can see it's right here. So now I can type in my keyword, and I'll just go with roofing contractor. So I'm going to paste that in there, and then I'm going to set this up to be 1 mile distance between the different points on the grid and a 13 by 13 grid. Now what I really like to do is, this isn't a great target area, it's a great starting spot, but I prefer to have a little bit more control. So I'm going to come over here and draw exactly the area that I want to target. So I'll come up here and I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to connect it here. And now it's going to hit the exact area that I want to target. What else I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Save, and I'm going to click Start this heat map. So as soon as I click this, it's going to ask me for a configuration name. So the configuration that we're saving is going to be First Quality Roofing Las Vegas. And the reason that we're saving this configuration is so that we can schedule this to reoccur. So we can just run this, we can just set it up one time. You can see it's gotten started right away, and it's going through and it's getting the results for that term. So what I can do is I can make a keyword list, and I've already done this. So I can come over here to roofing, and we can look at our keywords. So those are our list of keywords right there. So I've come over here and I've made a new list, and I've added these terms to that list from the keywords here. And now since I've saved the configuration and I have a keywords list, what I can do is I can come over here and I can schedule this. So we'll say this is First Quality Roofing Las Vegas, and it's going to ask me how often I want to run this. So I'm going to set this up to run every 10 days, just so I can keep a good eye from it. And since I've saved my configuration, it will know exactly which Google Business Profile to use, and it will know exactly what area to target. That's what that configuration is. So since I've already run it, I'm going to start it 10 days from now. So I'll probably start it on, we'll say like April 6th. I don't know if that's 10 days. And then we'll come in here and we'll choose our roofing keyword list. And then we'll just click on save. And now this is scheduled to run every 10 days. So that's great. So we've kind of set up our, we've got our list of keywords. We used one of those keyword tools. We're getting our ranking with the heat map that is running now. We've set up our schedule so that we can evaluate this every 10 days or so. Again, you can set that up to whatever makes the most sense for you. Let's go back now. We should have our completed report. What we want to monitor is how we've done. So what's great about this tool is we can see the average score for each one of these. So if I want to, I can load this up and I can see how we're ranking for that term we just completed 2 minutes ago, roofing contractors. Okay, so this is our current ranking. And we can see how we're ranking across all these other terms that we run. Additionally, up at the top, we can see what our top 3 percentages. What percentage of the time are we in the top 3 spots? So are we in 1, 2, or 3? So we can see for this last term that we ran, we're in the top 3 13% of the time. And this will tell us our average over the collection of terms. And we can apply filters to this. So this really helps us get our tracking in place. And then from this, we can build a strategy based on our weaknesses and our strengths, and we can adjust that over time. So this is a great first step.